Okay guys, I am going to read our story of the week for you. It is called The Talking Vegetables, and it is a folk tale. And a folk tale is a story from long ago that has been told over and over. Okay? Bam, bam, bam! Who's pounding on my door so early in the morning? Spider shouted. Your neighbors. It's time to clear the land for our village farm. Go away, said Spider. I'm tired. But we need you, they said. If everyone helps, there will be plenty of vegetables for all of us. Spider yawned. I don't need your vegetables. I have plenty of rice. Everyone in the village walked down the road to a clearing in the forest. Everyone except Spider. They worked all day cutting down bushes, tearing out vines, and digging up roots. They raked smooth beds and built a waterway. The next morning, the villagers came again to Spider's door. Bam, bam, bam! Who's there? Spider called. Your neighbors. Could come help us plant the seeds. I said no, and I meant no, shouted Spider. Now go away. The villagers carried seeds to the farm and planted them in straight rows. They planted tomato, squash, pumpkin, cabbage, cucumber, pepper, and many different kinds of beans and greens. A month later, the villagers knocked on Spider's door again. Bam, bam, bam! Spider opened his door and yelled, What do you want now? It's time to weed the farm, they answered. I didn't help before, and I'm not helping now. Spider screamed. He slammed the door and went back to bed. All day the villagers pulled weeds. Their knees hurt, their backs ached, and their arms were sore. In time, the vegetables began to ripen. The villagers picked what they wanted. One day, Spider said to himself, I'm getting tired of rice, plain rice, day after day after day. I live here. I'm part of this village too. I'm going to pick myself some vegetables to go with my rice. When Spider got to the farm, he couldn't believe his eyes. Huge cucumbers lay on the ground, giant pumpkins rusted under green leaves, and juicy tomatoes hung from vines. Wow, said Spider, those tomatoes look delicious. I'll just take one, or maybe two. Spider reached out to pick a tomato from the nearest plant. The tomato shook itself and said, What are you doing? Spider said, What? A talking tomato? The tomato said, Why do you think you can pick me when you didn't come to clear the land, or plant my seeds, or pull the weeds? Get out of here. Spider backed away. He looked around and said, There are so many fat cucumbers on that vine. I'll just take one, or maybe two. But as he walked towards the cucumber vine, it started moving away from him. Spider was surprised. He'd never seen a moving vine before. It twisted all over the ground. You can't pick us, said a cucumber. You didn't clear the land. You didn't plant our seeds. You didn't pull the weeds. Spider ran to the other side of the farm. Ahead, he saw a perfect pumpkin, big enough, but not too big. I'll just grab that pumpkin on my way out, he said. But he couldn't lift it. The pumpkin stuck to the ground. He tugged and pulled, but the pumpkin wouldn't move. You can't take me, the pumpkin said. You didn't help make the farm. Go away. Spider tried to find his way out of the farm, but the vegetables reached up to grab him. Leaves covered his eyes. Stems stretched out to trip him. Spider finally got free. He ran all the way back to the village. When he got home, he was tired and hungry. He put a pot of water over the fire and boiled some rice. That night, he ate rice for dinner. Plain rice.